Well, Coach, a very unfortunate and unique circumstance happening Thursday night at UTSA. Your defense has been playing very well in conference play, not giving up 20 points in any of the previous three matchups. But Thursday night, giving up 30 first half points, 21 in the second quarter. What was the key issue there?
Yeah, the biggest issue was our ability to defend the pass. Their running back, Robert Henry, was one of the leading rushers in the country coming into the game. We played decent run defense, not great, but we allowed 3.5 yards per carry. We gave up too many pass plays, and their quarterback was 33 throwing the football, had 2 incompletions on 33 passes all night. That's not a recipe for success. A lot of opportunities to make plays on the ball we didn't capitalize on. Just were not our best with the ball in the air.
You talked about the completion percentage Owen McCown had, 31 of 33. When the receivers are that open, what is the main reason?
Yeah, well, a couple of them were different reasons. A guy just drops somebody in coverage, like we're in the right position, loses his eyes, maybe looking in the backfield on an out and up route, don't play with leverage on that guy properly and give up something. And then sometimes it's a guy just getting run by. You know, athletically, they got good players too, and occasionally a guy may just get beat. There's several different things that can happen. It can be a blown coverage, which it was once or twice. It could be an athletic play by them where they just outrun us, which happened a couple times. Things like that we have to address.
The scoreboard can always tell a different tale, but in the first half, you guys were nearly neck and neck with them from a statistical standpoint. What in your eyes was the turning point in this matchup?
Well, I think you go -4 in the turnover margin. That's not going to bode well for your opportunity to win any game. I don't care who you're playing, much less a very talented team like UTSA. Not capitalizing and getting a touchdown, then we go kick a field goal, miss the field goal kick. That was a big one. It's 10-6, and we have a 4th down. We have a guy wide open. We just don't connect in the first quarter when it's 10-6, and that would extend the drive and give us an opportunity maybe go back and either get a lead or make it close. And it felt like every time we had an opportunity maybe to shift the momentum or capture the momentum, we didn't take advantage of the opportunity that was right in front of us. And credit to UTSA, they made big plays when they had to, and we didn't.
We obviously saw Brendan Sullivan getting in the game late. With the way the offense has been as of late, how much of a thought process do you have when it comes to maybe making a switch at quarterback?
Yeah, we believe in both guys. You know, I've said going back to the training camp, really, I feel like in the first few games, I feel like we have 2 guys that we can win football games with as a starter right now in that room with Brendan and with Jake. And you always assess everything week to week. I'm not one that's quick to just want to, pull a guy out and play the quarterback shuffle. That's not how I like to do things. At that point in the game, though, Jake had thrown his 2nd pick. We were down multiple scores later in the game and thought, all right, let's give Brendan an opportunity to go out there and see if he can give us a spark in the situation. It was going to be challenging for us to come back regardless of who was the quarterback. But we were going to fight. Our guys fought. I don't think they quit. We just didn't play very good. But we're going to always evaluate who gives us the best opportunity to win a game.
You guys are now one of several one-loss teams in the conference, and the only undefeated team left in conference play is Navy. How do you approach the rest of the season?
Well, it's one game at a time, and not to be coach speak, but I think maybe our guys, and I'm trying to do the best job I can keeping them focused, we're maybe too focused on, hey, what could come if we keep winning? Like, conference championship, CFP, those sort of conversations. When really it's about being in the moment, it's about being present, it's about being 1-0 every day so you can be 1-0 at the end of the week. Be right where your feet are, to be focused, to give yourself the best opportunity to be prepared to go play good football.
Be right where your feet are is one of the mantras that you emphasize to your teams in general, not just this year. How much of that is the main focus now to rebound from the loss Thursday? Yeah,
look, it happened. Very few teams don't ever suffer a setback, right? And I use this line occasionally, but you get a sentence out of a win and a chapter out of a loss. You have to learn from your failures, and didn't get the outcome we wanted. We're not going to shy away from that. We're going to look at squarely straight on and address the shortcomings that we had. That's me as the head coach. That's the staff. That's the players. We ask everybody, look in the mirror and be accountable for what we did or maybe what we didn't do. If we can do that and we can sort of refocus and recalibrate, if you will, and just worry about what's right in front of us, then we got a shot to be successful. If we don't, if we feel like, man, woe is me, the sky is falling, or we feel sorry for ourselves, it'll snowball. We can't let one become two. It does feel really crappy that we lost a game. Don't like it, but at the same time, it's only fatal if you allow it to become that. And so we have to bounce back and respond.